Hey everybody, welcome back to Kaiser Drive Club. Today we're driving the Civic, the all-new Civic. It has a 1.5 liter VTEC 4-cylinder, and we'll just take this and remove that. Look at the beauty of that thing. So actually the design, I think, for me is great, and especially the interior. If you guys see the interior is great, and just look at it, just you fall in love with the car, and the size is just right. It's perfect. We got LED headlamps, LED fog lamps, and LED daytime running lamps. I have the RS badge. Let's go check the back seat. The door design, look at that. It's simple, it's basic. If you go inside here, that is a lot of space, and the angle of the way I'm sitting on this seat is actually very nice, and it's very comfortable. You have leather, and you know, it feels like Alcantara, but I'm not sure. This is amazing. Center armrest with their 2 cup holders, one bigger cup holder and one smaller. The knee room is just right. A lot of foot room and space to move your feet about. We have no climate control here, but we do have our AC, and open and close the vents. Let's check the front seats. Right here, it's still covered in plastic. We have all of the window controls here, and only the 2 front are automatic. We have window locks, lock and unlock the car, and our side mirror controls. Of course, the boot. As you can see, I've displayed the capacity of this boot, and by the looks of it, they've really maximized the space here, and you can see how wide it goes, and of course the entry to the cabin. Let's take this new Civic for a drive. Looking at the interior of this thing, I cannot tell you guys how livable it is. So we do have power seats, I believe a 6-way adjustable or 8-way adjustable seat. And it just feels so comfortable. The seats, they're a bit firm, but the way they shaped, it just makes you feel comfortable. All right, we do here have our adjustments for the wheel. What I really particularly like about the design of the new Civic is its honeycomb grilled AC design. Look at those vents, they're just nice, and we have this protruding nozzle to control the vents, of course, and it just looks amazing. And everything here, the designs that they've put in here, the simple details, they all just mesh together in a good way, and no design is out of place. They all just mesh together really well. And our center console here. Alright, and we have an infotainment display right here. It does have a smart connection, which means it has Apple CarPlay. Yeah, and does in fact have Bose speakers in this car, and I've heard that they sound amazing. So let's go try this. We do have our normal controls, we have our cruise control and our media controls right here, and we do have an all digital display. Drive mode controls, brake hold, parking brake, and we have a wireless charger here. We have 2 USB cables. Alright. Okay guys, let's take this new Civic for a drive and put our phone at the wireless charging dock. Alright. It's electronically power assist, right? So it does have paddle shifters, no? Okay guys, while waiting for our go signal, let's try the audio system here, the Bose audio system. The rattles you guys hear are just from the plastic, but the sound is amazing on this car. The Bose speakers, they did really well on putting the Bose speakers here. So to control our display there for our media, we have the scroll wheel right here, which we can go through those different media options. And to go in them, we just click simply like that, and it does show us our display. Right there is the song we were just playing. Alright guys, let's take this car for a drive. So we're driving in eco mode, or econ mode as Honda calls it. So what I'm feeling right off the bat is it's very smooth and it's very responsive, a very responsive car. The steering is impeccably light as well because it's electronically assisted. And it does gain speed very fast with the VTEC engine, and it sounds great. With the road noise concerns, not really a lot of wind noise. We do have tire noise, but it's not that bad. And it soaks up bumps really well for a sedan. Let's try another driving mode. So now we're in normal driving mode. It should be a little bit more responsive with the throttle. Let's try the sport mode. Yep, so sport mode is very sensitive with the throttle. We just put that a little low there, and it just gains its speed. And it keeps you at a high RPM. So very, very quick throttle response. Let's bring it back to normal. In fact, the road noise that this makes, it's very relaxing, which a lot of people, usually road noise makes them annoyed, but this one, the wheel sound just sounds amazing. Let's go back to sport mode and try just a little acceleration here. Yeah, so it does really fast gain the speed that we want it to. And back to normal mode. Even bring it back to economic mode right there. We'll try making a turn here, and it does show us our signals and our side mirror as a screen display to make us really see what we're going to hit on our side. It looks amazing. Technology has gotten so far, especially with these I would say entry levels, semi-sport cars, but you know, a little more sporty sedans. And in fact, the display quality on this car is amazing. It has really high definition display right on our gauge clusters and our 9-inch infotainment display, and it's very responsive. And the AC just works perfectly nice. And if you put it on a low setting, it does really do its job at low settings. Besides that, the steering as well is very responsive. And I think this car is all about responsive. And another thing people would say about the older Civics is the visibility is pretty low. But on this car, the visibility is really nice. And I think that's what they worked on You can see really well outside the windows. The way it soaks bumps isn't luxury, but it's not bad actually. The way it soaks bumps is great for a sedan, and it does its job very well. It's a very comfortable car and a very relaxed. And we're even in eco mode, and it's just the throttle responsiveness and just how smooth everything is. The performance is impeccable on this car. Another thing to notice is once you're in eco mode or in driving or normal driving mode, you can barely hear the engine. And I'm only stepping at the gas at like 5 to 10%, and that's all I need to get it going. So in traffic situations, even in traffic here in Manila, you don't have to press that much on the throttle, and this just does its job really well. And you can feel how much power it just stores in the vehicle. Amazing. You guys can see this. The guide really helps you. So these small details and their tech that they put in, it's just amazing, and it's great. And the torque it carries is amazing as well. Even in tight spaces, the Civic is not too big. It's just right. In humps, it evens everything out very well. And the dampening is what is actually doing a really great job here. Wow, and the CVT does its job very well because the transmission is amazing, and you can actually not feel any gear changes in this car, and it knows how to choose its gears very well, and it's just running very smooth. In fact, I don't even know how to describe how smooth this is running. The way you release the gas pedal, the way you engage on the brakes, everything translates very smooth into the car. Let's try sport mode. Yeah, sport mode gets you up and going. So if you're really looking for a sporty drive when it comes to sport mode, look in anywhere else for other cars, because this one does its good performance. And it does hang on to your RPMs even when you release the throttle, so you're always ready whenever you want to go and have a fast acceleration on the vehicle. Yeah, so the responsiveness, the throttle is amazing even on sport. Now if I go back to normal drive mode, let's just see how it performs. Just overtake this car. Guys, I cannot stress how well and how smoothly it just gets up and going. So yeah, it's very smooth the way it gets up. And at normal mode, let's try just accelerating this a bit. Wow, super smooth. Transmission is super smooth, everything super smooth. The way it takes in everything. Alright guys, and that's one good round with the Honda Civic, the all new Honda Civic, and it's amazing. it's actually more than what I've expected, and it's definitely went over the expectations of me as a POV driver here. I'll just make a good right turn right here and bring it back to the lot. Sure we don't hit anybody. That was our horn test. A bonus clip. Let's try all the reverse cams here and see the quality of everything. First of all, super light and smooth. Oops, did we just hit? Nope, that's just our wheels. Alright, you see it gives you a wide camera and it just show you where you're directing your wheels actually. Let's try just a good parallel park right here. Let's see what the camera shows us. That's great with the Honda Civic. You guys should definitely check it out and go here to Honda Quezon Avenue, and thanks to them.